beauty. Hey guys, I'm going to be working on the Mad Bug and showing you the difference in the Grasshoppers RPMs on the rear tires after I installed the 20-turn motor in this one. And this one has the stock motor in it. We'll see the difference in RPM. I got to fix these leaky shocks. RC Bashers, what's up? RC Basher boy. The Crawler Kid, what's up? JD Passel, Micron RC. Everyone hit the thumbs up for a beauty for me. A lot of you guys already know I switched the motors in these Grasshoppers. I put a 20-turn in this one, and this one's running the stock one. So I'm going to check the RPM at the wheels and see how much more RPM at the wheels we got with the different motors in there. And I've also got this Mad Bug, my front shocks. Heavy's Motor City RC, what's up? Anyhow, I got these shocks here, and I looked on my shelf. I don't know if you guys could see them. Which one is it? They're actually both doing it. See this one here? Solid silicone oil leaking out of them, drenched. Brandon Timberland's in the house. Heavy's Motor City RC. Yeah, this is cool. I like this one. I'm just having a problem with the front shocks. They're leaking like sieves. So I'm going to have to take them off, and I'm going to do that now live and work on it and try to get the oil. I got, I don't know, you can see over here, I got a whole bunch of different weight oils. I'm going to see if I can maybe put Teflon tape on the bottom here where it screws in, because these go in from the bottom. And I can see it's leaking on the cat seam on the bottom. So I'm going to try to Teflon tape it and screw it in. Thanks, Basher boy. Mike Burgess RC's in the house. Cool. Hang out for a little bit, chat. I'm just going to get these little beauties here ready. I'm going to do the RPM test now. We got the charged battery pack here. This is an impact. That's what I tested the motors on. And I'll use these Doomsday tires to hold them up. So I guess we'll do Filthy Co-RC's in the house. So I guess we're going to do the stock motored Grasshopper. This one has the stock silver can 27-turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it up. I'm going to use this tachometer thingamajig right here. And I put this on the tire right here. And that's where it reads off the laser on this reflector tape. So I got this on. I'm just going to hook this battery on. I can pull the plug out here. And we'll see what the difference is on the 20-turn motor compared to stock. I don't know if I could show you this working, guys, but I'll try. I'll pull it way back here. And I'm going to shoot the laser right at this mark here. And then I'm going to try to get the RPM. Actually, let me go from this side. So that way you can see the numbers on it. Say like 2060, so 2060. 2060 we got. Let me write that down. That was the highest we got was 2060. So that's 2060 RPM. And that's with the 27 stock motor. Now I'm going to do the same. Now I'm going to do the same here. Mark Bryant RC's in the house. Brandon, who else is here? I'm missing the comments because I'm doing this here, so I'm trying to look. Well, anyway, this one here at the wheels with the stock motor did 20,000, or rather 2,060 RPM, that is. So they only go 2,060 RPM at the wheels with the stock motor. Now we're going to see this one here. I put a 20-turn motor in it. And we're going to do the same thing to this one. See if we get any faster. It's probably, I don't know if the stick tape's going to hold. I may have to cut a new piece. But anyway, let's try it. Same battery. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I hope this sticker stays on. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. $2,598. So it's like you get 530 something more RPM. The 20-turn motor gives you 530 something more RPMs per minute. Doesn't sound like much, but I bet you it makes it feel a lot faster when your wheels are going 500 something RPMs more. So there you have it, the 20-turn versus a stock turn. At the wheels, stock 2,060 RPM, 20-turn motor 2,598 RPM. So that test is complete. Next, I have to run them. Let me get rid of this stuff here. Now's the hard part of the night's task. This is going to really stink. The shocks, leaky shocks. Leaky shocks. I never really liked the shocks that screw in from the bottom. They always seem to leak with the end cap. Here's what this thing looks like anyhow, if you guys want to see it. This one here is, this thing's so heavy, it's built solid. It's really, it's like a rock. It's like a lead weight. Tamiya drop pricing. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be dropping the prices on the Tamiyas there. Thanks. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I just don't like the shock, so I'm going to be taking these off now. It's going to be a pain in the butt. I wonder if I could just pop them off. Yep. No, they fell off pretty. Look at this. You guys probably can't see this, but it's leaking like a sieve. My whole A-arm is wet. Everything's solid, filled up with the silicone fluid. So I'm going to just take these off. They come off pretty damn easy. So all that oil leaked on the ball joints makes them come right off. Door tracks. What size motor is in that? And this one, I forget what a KV. I think it might be a 3000 KV or something like that. It's not a fast one. It's a regular 540 size. It's called a Neon 1. I think, who the hell made this one? I forgot. Team Orion made it. Diameter times Q times RPM, calculate miles speed, increase the up, not use math. Even crazier than it. Model nutty, the boats are the worst things to do. You just got to get them right and keep playing around. If you do a little bit too big prop, everything inside heats up and you burn stuff. And you can't run it long. You got to do little like 3-minute runs and then measure temperatures. Heavy's Motor City RC. Those mad bugs are pretty rare. I think they still make these. This is the older version. They make a newer version. I think the newer version has the ESC built right on the motor. It's a little different. Hexomatic says play with the gears till it blows up. I just checked the RPM on the Grasshoppers with the 27 turn compared to the 20 turn motor I installed. And at the wheels, when you floor it, Hexomatic, it got almost 600 more RPM at the wheels than the stock Tamiya Silver Can motor. Now with this beauty here, I got to fix the front shocks. They're leaking like sieves, so I'm going to probably take the oil out and go around the threads with some Teflon tape, and hopefully that'll seal it up. Well, I'm going to do that now. Yeah, these are bad. They're really greased up with this fluid. Yeah, I think this one came in a blue body and a white body. I think the new one they got released is a silver body. I think it was silver, like a silver color. Look, there's nothing. There's like half oil. It's not even in here. Model Nutty loves the boats. Yeah, I got a few boats. I never run them because there's a lot of weeds. I got to run them. I even got a big swamp buggy boat. Actually, I got a boat here for review, a little nice one. I got to do that. So I'm going to have a video of that hopefully soon. Don't you just love doing the shocks? They're funny. They're actually, for a 1/10 scale, they're like big, thick shocks. They're really nice, but it's a shame why they're leaking on the bottom. I hope I can get them working. I think everyone hates the shocks. I hope I could just get them to work because, like I said, the whole thing, I like this. It's really nice. But these shocks, I don't know what the hell happened. Let's see, this might fit on there. Nope. I have to get my tools out here. When I do shocks, I get like a paper plate and I coat it with tin foil. But first I pour the oil in like a cup thing, like one of these here. And then I'll leave it upside down like that a little bit to get everything out. I'll put a napkin on here. And then you get something on the top here to hold it if it don't come out. Oh, but they come out pretty easy. I think they got it. Whoa. Ugh. Oh, I should have emptied that in there, duh. I'm just interested in looking. I think there might be an O-ring on here. I don't know how it's leaking. They got an O-ring on the bottom here. I know why it's leaking. They got a rubber O-ring on the bottom here. There's a little rubber O-ring that's supposed to seat inside there. There's like supposed to be smooth. But it looks like when they bored out for the threads, they scraped the inside where it's supposed to be smooth. And it looks rough, and that's probably why it ain't sealing on that O-ring. That stinks. There's nothing I could do with that. JD, not snakes are upstairs in their containers. Good thing I got a lot of napkins here. Maybe if I put some of that green slime on here, it'll seal it up. Maybe I should just try that. Because it's actually a rubber O-ring. I'm surprised it's leaking. I can feel the rubber O-ring scrapes the outer inside of this shock body, so I don't know why it's leaking. So I put that on there like that. Usually put a piece of napkin like this to get all the oil out. Always seems to be that one that seems to. Yeah. These shocks, they just pissed me off. Did it again. That's supposed to go in there. Feels like it's like 45 weight maybe. I always find puddles on the floor where that's what happened to me. I looked at this one on the shelf and there was oil. The whole A-arm's wet. So know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the oil in and I'm going to go around this thread in the O-ring with that green slime associated stuff. Maybe it'll seal. I think I'm going to go with 50 in it because I think that's what it looks like it is. Maybe even thicker than the 50. Do a little test here. And drip a drop on there and let it roll. And see how fast it goes down. And then I'll do that with the other, this 50 weight and see if it looks the same. This looks like it's thicker. But I may want thicker because this thing's a heavy truck. Yeah, that looks a little thicker, so I'm guessing it's probably like 45. Let me look at the comments here. Someone talking about custom painting bodies or something. Come on, pop some wheelies with the green lunchbox beauty. Heavy's Motor City loves my green lunchbox beauty. I think I might go with the 40. This is 50. Put that on there. It looks like it's closer to 40 weight than the 50 weight. The servo grommet shock seal inner diameter is flat or O-rings are. Yeah, who the heck knows with these shocks? I was going to use Teflon tape on them. Maybe I should still do it. I don't know. Because if I use the Teflon tape, it's probably going to interfere with the rubber O-ring. I don't know. Maybe I should do it anyway. Who the hell knows? This goes that way. So you want this way. Just what I didn't want. I'm going to try to Teflon tape on it anyway. See what happens. You know what? I'll try one first because it may not even work. And if that don't work, I'm going to have to put that green slime on it and try that with the associated green slime. Seals on the top and bottom. That's a stupid design. I don't know why they made it seal on the bottom and then on the top. They should have just made it solid on the bottom where you stick the shaft through it and you fill the oil on the top. They made it different ways. They made it both ways. What a stupid design. So I'm going to try it with these threads on there with the Teflon tape and see what the hell happens. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. You guys just chat. I'm working here. I'm going to try to 40 weight in there. Filthy RC says should be good to go. I hope so. Moving it up and down to get the air out. Leave it up there for a little while, and I'll try this to the other one because I think it might work. I want to go counterclockwise with this Teflon tape, so when you screw it in, it tightens up instead of unthreads. If you do it clockwise, when you thread it in at the end, it'll remove the tape. So if you're threading it in and you're threading it this way, you want the end of the tape going this way, so when you thread it in, it don't unloosen the tape. RC Trail Cats, what's up? If you want to look back, I tested the RPM of a 20-turn motor compared to a Tamiya stock motor in my Grasshopper at the wheels, and the RPM difference was close to 600 RPM difference at the wheels with the 20-turn motor. Of course, Kyosho has to make theirs a little different. Now I have to use the pliers. Thread this one back in. Gotta make sure you get the threads right. So I go in reverse. I go in reverse, then forward, so the thread goes in right. Sure hope this Teflon tape does the trick. Oh yeah. Woo. Up and down slow. All right. Stick with Shen RC. Oh gosh. Hold on a second, guys. I got this here GP Toys 4-wheel drive truck for a review, and I did the unboxing video. I have to upload it. And I just did today the test of it, and I overdid it. I really should use this truck the way I did. But I beat the living crap out of this thing. It survived everything, and it actually is damn good. I'm going to have the unboxing video of this probably Monday, and then I'll have in a couple days or probably Friday the running video because I have to still edit all that footage. It surprised me. It's actually a good truck. Anyway, there it is, the GP Toys. I also got a boat to review. RC Trail Cats. My buddy at the hobby shop says Arma Outcast is indestructible. Yeah, Armas are good. All right, I'm just about ready to cap this one off. Now, when I do my shocks, when you have it filled up, if you just screw this down, this will be real hard to push up and down the shaft. When I do mine, I push this up and then I screw it down, let the oil come out. And I leave the cap loose. Hopefully that'll be good. Yeah, you see, it pushes in, it don't rebound, only a little bit, like a couple millimeters, and there's no air in that at all. Get another napkin here. Yeah, that little truck. Wait till you see my test run of it. I'm going to have to put a warning on the video. Please do not subject your truck to this abuse. It was for test uses only. Model Nutty, that thing, I tortured it. I was waiting for it to break, and it didn't break. I actually like the thing. And it's pretty quick, too. It's not slow. There it is. It's working good. I could snap it back on. Actually, I'm going to leave this one off until I finish this one here. Again, you put the little cap on the rubber thing. Then you thread the top on. And you leave it loose. So when you push this shaft, well, you guys can't see it. I push the shaft up. Leave the top loose till the oil comes out. Then leave it pushed in. Then tighten the top down. And there you go, perfect shock without it only comes out a couple millimeters. It don't come out like that. If you make your shocks and you push this in, it comes out like this and it's hard. That's no good. You want it so when you push it up, it only comes out like, see how much that comes out a little bit? If this would have came out like this far, that's not working right because that'll act like a spring. So you do it like how I just did it, and it works perfect. So I hope these don't leak. And there you have it. Let's put them on after I clean up this oily mess here. A little rubbing alcohol. Clean it off my hands, the table. Actually, I'm going to use the rubbing alcohol and clean off the A-arms because they're saturated with it. All right. So you think that Teflon tape will work, guys, or what? I hope so. Feels like it's working. It has, Model Nutty, it has a little O-ring at the end that's supposed to seal in, but for some reason it was leaking. So I figured I'll do the threads and on the O-ring. What the hell? If it don't leak, fingers crossed. Can't really test the suspension on here because it's, you see it on the ground real quick. Looks like it's working okay. That's it. Beauty. If it doesn't work, I'll say Steve told me to. JD, I used to paint everything. I got tanks. I used to airbrush the tanks like crazy and car bodies. I got my airbrushes. You want to see them? This one's fixed. I have to admit, this is a nice looking buggy. You want to see my airbrushes? I got 2 of them. I'll get them. Yeah, I like this. This is the one I did the video of. This one on the frozen pond was awesome. Let me go get my airbrushes, guys. I'll be right back. Like I said, I used to do the tanks a lot. I was into tank battling in a club. If you look at my old videos, you'll see we used to set up houses, trenches, and all stuff with trees in the middle of a field. We used to make all dirt hills, and we used to battle the Tamiya tanks. We used to have teams in battle. Exomatic, the one I don't think you could build the ones that shoot the airsoft pellets. They come ready to run, but the kits like the Tamiyas, they're expensive, but they're hard as hell to build. If you think any of your cars you're building are hard, when you build a Tamiya tank, 20 times harder. Every little piece, there's so many little pieces, and you got to screw them together. It's Cars are like nothing compared to building one of them Tamiya tanks. Well, here's my airbrush. Did you notice? I don't know, you guys can't see because the camera's not on it. You see right here? I have a spray booth because I used to spray a lot of stuff. I still spray some stuff sometimes, but that's my spray booth, and it goes out like with a dryer vent type thing right outside the fumes. And it's good also when I do stuff like with chemicals or soldering. I turn the fan on. I have two fans, one that's weak. Then I turn another switch on. I have a high power suction unit in the top, and it sucks all the fumes out. But anyway, here's my airbrushes. This one here is a Badger Crescendo, I believe. 175. Crescendo 175. It's a dual action. This one's it feeds from the bottom, and it's the dual action. It's real nice. The back comes off, the needle comes out. You know how they work, right? Anyway, see if you can see it. I have the quick connect I have a portable compressor, then I have the big 10-gallon one just in case for extra power. And it comes with all jars. It comes with this one you hook on the bottom here, like this. You just put it in there and you use it with a little bit in there. So I used it all on the tanks I used to do. If you look at my older videos, you'll see. Then it has like the standard jar you hook on. This one comes with 3 needles, super fine, medium, and large for like different the spray widths. It's a real nice airbrush, but this one here I got up next. Put it in a nice X-Mods carrying box for the little X-Mods, the RCs. Here's the nice one. This is a Awada, the Eclipse CS. See that right there? This one's really good. This is a gravity-fed one. It's a same thing as a dual action like this one. It's not a single, it's a dual action. This one's really nice. I custom put a handle on there, an aftermarket one. I don't know if you guys could see what it looks like. It's hard. Is that better? I put a blue aluminum handle on there. Same thing. This one you could adjust if you'd want to just press down like a 1-stage. You could adjust this knob and it'll adjust the needle so you could do one width. But then you could also just use it, set up like a dual action to air, then you pull back and you get more paint. This one got the cup on the top, the gravity feed, and that one lets you be able to spray better, easier than this one, and it doesn't make as much overspray. This model here, a lot of guys say this HPCS is the one to get for RC airbrushing bodies. So if you want a good one for airbrushing car bodies, if you get into it, this Eclipse HPCS is a real good one for airbrushing the car bodies. And I put the quick connect on here also. So this is nice. That's my airbrushes. I use this one a lot, but then I got out of tanks and I only have a few, and I really didn't do as much, and I used this a few times, but it's really nice. I wish I would have had this when I was heavy into the tanks, because this works really, really nice. I think I used this last time I was airbrushing that RGT, the little green body. Remember, I stripped the paint off the yellow one and I repainted it. That's when I was using this to airbrush that body. JD Passo, beauty. I still paint on my porch of the Filthy Co RC. I still use rattle cans also, like probably half the time or more. This is good. You can mix your own colors. Like, you guys know I make the radio grips. You guys know I make the grips for the radios. I have all different pigments like metallics and stuff. I could buy like the clear coat, like the Parma Fast color. I could get the clear and I could mix any color I want. I can make any color with them pigments, which is kind of cool. Stinky Three Shoes is in the house. He says he's not skilled enough to even try to paint anything. You know what, you guys got to try this color on your RC cars. It's a rattle can from Tamiya for the Lexan bodies. It's called Lame Flake. Lame Flake. You heard me right? You get it when your car body's clear. You can mask it off inside any way you want, or you could do the whole body, or just do it with your hand and do little spots. What you do is, it's like a clear looking stuff, and you spray it in the body anywhere you want, or the whole thing, however thick you want. And it's like holograms. It's like my Clodbuster. Did you ever see how in the sun it changes all in colors? But what you do is you back it with like a dark color. It could be like a dark orange, brown, black, charcoal. Some guys I even see use it like with yellow, because you still kind of see it. But the darker the color makes the rainbow of color metallics come out. It's like prisms, and it's really awesome. That's like my favorite thing to do with that stuff. I think, JD, I think I have some, I don't show how to airbrush, but I show how to make my own thinners and stuff. If you look and search airbrush in my videos, I show you over here by the spray booth. I mix my own thinners for the water-based paint to use like the Parma ones. And I make my own thinner and cleaner for the airbrushes, and I tell you how to do it. So if you want to see, I have an airbrushing video like that. Honey Lulu's here. You finished up with that Kong head yet? That thing has the most gears ever in it. Another 6, 7 more days of working on it, huh? I almost cried. I watched your video. I have to say, you did a good job, though. I was like, wow, she could do it. there's a lot of parts involved in that one. If you work better as a team and you have more fun, you might as well do it together. It makes it more fun and you're happy doing it. It's better that way. I am soaking my gears in WD-40 since I got to soften them up. What? Micron RC. What are you trying to get the grease off the gears? Filthy RC says, I feel like a wimp doing a two-wheel drive buggy compared to that big Hong Kong head. Yeah, that thing's like a grandfather clock of RCs. It's like two Wild Willies together with all the gears for the four-wheel drive. It's like a big gearbox. It might be like three. RC Basher, how long have I had this? I think I had it since it first came out. I really liked it, so I got it. It's not used that much. I have a few videos of this one. If you check back, if you search Kyosho Mad Bug, you'll find them. Yeah, but this is a cool looking, it's almost like a stadium truck, but like a buggy. It's cool. Let's just hope my mod on these shocks works and they don't leak anymore. Let me check them. So far, no leaks. This one could use some Tamiya anti-wear grease in the diffs, but I don't feel like taking it apart. Filthy RC, the frozen pond video, that was fun. I never rode on a frozen pond. I ran on ice, but like on the ground. I ran the clod also. That was so fun running on the pond. Just make sure the pond's really frozen, because if it gets stuck, he'll have to walk out. Honey Lulu says, I missed the airbrush. I'll have to come back. I was just showing my airbrushes. I'll just show you this one real quick. Since this is my hopped up one with my aftermarket nice blue handle on it. It's hard to see. But I was telling them I used to airbrush a lot with the tanks, with the dirt and the markings and the camo. You should get an airbrush since you like doing them funky paint jobs. You probably would like an airbrush. Brandon Timberland says the Teflon tape will hold nice. I hope so. We'll see. So far, they're not leaking. I keep checking them. RC Basher, but yeah, this is the original version. It came with the body like this in blue and in white. And these versions have a separate ESC and a motor. The new version is silver. I think it only comes in silver, and it has that the ESC with the motor. You know how the ESC's on the back of the motor combo? It's all built in one. That Orion, the new one. I actually like separate better than the built-in one combo on the motor, but that's how the new one is. Honey Lulu, yeah, you should get. They have cheap airbrushes on eBay that are copies of these. They get them for like $20 or $29. They ain't gonna be as good as these, but they're good enough to learn and you could do stuff. Then if you get better and you like it, you can buy something that's a little better. Filthy Co, have you built an egress before? Nope, never built one. Please, anyone stick with Shen. Top Force is nice. Yeah, RC Basher boy. This one's the older version. I'll show you. On the older version, they had separates, and I'll tell you the truth, I like the separates better. See, this one has the ESC with the separate motor. The new one eliminates the ESC because on the motor, they have it on the back of the motor now. But I'll tell you the truth, I like the separate one better than the one on the motor. Because if your motor breaks or this breaks, you'll have to go crazy with it connected on your motor. And this way you can just get a new ESC. Yeah, it's nice that it's together on the motor. It's kind of cool because there's no stuff in your car. But for if something breaks, it's much better to have the separate one. Take care, Micron. Thanks for stopping in. So I brought all these oils out for the shocks. I didn't know what weight there was in it, so I went all the way up to, I have here 70 and 80 weight. But I think it probably, this feels a little bit thicker than what I had in it. I can feel it's a little thicker. I think maybe it might have been like 35 weight instead of the 45 or 40 I put in. It might have been like 30 or something, 35. But I think this should be good. Because this front on this car is funny. It kind of feels, it don't have a lot of travel. It's kind of stiff. It goes like this far, and it's like it don't bottom out. It doesn't hit the ground. What KV is in the bug? I don't think it's a fast one. I think I did the GPS test, and it was like 25 miles an hour. I think it's only like a three, if I remember, I think it's only 3,000 kV. No, I take that back. I could see it's not even that. This motor is only a 2,400 kV. Let me see if I can see it better. Holy crap. The motor in this thing is only 2,400 kV. I guess that's why it only goes like 24 miles an hour. But I'll tell you though, it's a slow motor, but I can feel it's a good motor. You can hear it. Has a lot of pop. It has a lot of magnetic force. So it's a good motor. I don't think you need this to go any much faster. I think guys ran 3S on it, but when you do that, this one has the plastic drive cups, and then they wear real quick. So 2S is good for me. Filthy Co RC says it's like a 17.5 spec motor. Probably because it's a good motor. For the 2400, I can tell you it's a good motor. You can feel it. Stinky Three Shoes, so low of his fast acceleration and high KVs. High KV doesn't give you as much torque off the line to smoke the tires, and it'll be slower. But the higher KV will give you less power off the line, and in the end result, you'll get higher speed at the end. So it's always good to balance it in the middle. Like for me, this chassis has a 2400 and it's pretty good. I bet you if it had a 3000 kV or a 3300, it would probably be really nice. It's funny because this chassis, they use this chassis here. Kyosho uses this chassis. It's actually like an on-road and a rally chassis. They use it in their 1/10 rally cars, and then their 1/10 phaser, I think it is, or phase-on, I forgot. They're on-road cars and rally cars. You can see it looks like it's an on-road chassis, and they just put big A-arms on it with the suspension. And I'll tell you, this chassis here, it's solid as a rock. It's so heavy. I don't know. I wish they could have made it lighter. Look at that. Honey Lulu is going to need a grip. I'll get Wayne to reach out to you once I know the color. Yeah, Honey Lulu, that's great. Maybe I gotta get one of your stickers too to put up here. I want one of your stickers, even Wayne's sticker I could put up here. Model Nutty says how many poles a motor has makes it. Yeah, the more poles, like you get the regular motor and you get a 4-pole and higher, it gets better. Honey Lulu, I need stickers. I think I gotta make another batch of grips now. Does your grease change the color of the white gears? I'll send them. I thought they were already in the mail. I don't know if I see it. I don't know. I never recalled seeing it change the color of the gears. Because there's all types of greases. They come in like dark blue, red, and all different colors from other people I see. I never seen them change the color of the gears. Filthy Co RC says I still like my brushed motors. I got a lot of brushed motors. A lot of them Tamiyas I got, they all got brushed motors. If you're not going to beat the crap out of them, they're okay. Basher Boy, how are the tires holding up on your bug? These are good. I was afraid they would get messed up because they're real low profile. You could see they're like low profile for like a truck like this. I wish it would have had a smaller wheel in there. You could see I nailed the wheel sometimes. I guess it's hard to see, but I nailed the wheel because the rubber's not too much afterwards. It's not like a big baloney wheel tire, rather. Wayne Keebler's in the house. What's up, brother? You missed all the fun stuff. Fixing leaky shocks. The fun stuff, you know, when you build your shocks. Thank God it wasn't turnbuckles. Geez, I'm feeling the inside of my wheel here, guys. Dang, they must have leaked out a lot of oil. The whole thing's filled with the silicone shock fluid oil. Have to clean it out. Whoa, someone's beeping their horn. No, but the grease should be fine on any gears. You could use the thinner grease I have, like if you want. It'll work on the 1/10 scale RCs also. You could use the thicker stuff. It's up to you. Tamiya likes to use the thin stuff in all their kits, so if you're building a Tamiya kit, you may want to use the thinner stuff I got. But that's just how they are. Some guys like the thicker stuff. I put some rear lights on my my original Grasshopper because I noticed in the video I only had it blacked in the back over there, blacked out. So I figured I'd do something. So I painted on some fake red lights. It looks better, I guess. Check out this front bumper on this truck here. Look at this. It's on a hinge. They have it on a hinge like on the front, and when you hit something, it just collapses like whoop. That was a good design. Who busted trans diffs? Model Nutty busted a trans diffs? What? Oh, guys, I have to show you something here. You know I like using that Jay Leno spray. You know I like using the orange. It smells like oranges too. It's real nice. That orange spray to detail the bodies real quick. I use another product from them on my Camaro, and I never tried it on the body. Let me show you it real quick. This stuff works awesome. These guys know I like using the orange quick detail. This one's good for your cars when they're on the shelf. You just want to make them shiny and they'll look awesome real quick. This one I use on my Camaro because I really don't wet it when I wash it. I don't hardly ever wash it. It's a Eco Wash. It's supposed to be able to, you get a lot of towels and you could spray it on your car and you wash it without water. It has carnauba wax in it and all polymers to lift dirt. And this one smells like banana candies. If you smell it, I wish I had smell-o-vision for these both products. This one smells like them ice creams coated with the orange with the cream inside them, the popsicles. And this one smells like a banana candy. They're so good. I wish I had smell-o-vision. But anyway, I used this, and I used it on the TRX4, and this stuff works really, really good. You spray it on, wipe it right off. It leaves a longer protection on it because of the carnauba wax. And it also cleans it good because it has like a cleaners built in it. So if anyone wants to try this Jay Leno's Eco Wash stuff for your RC bodies and stuff, it's awesome. And it protects them when you take them out if you go through mud and stuff. And once you smell them, you'll be hooked. You'll be doing your real car with it all the time. You're cheating on. I wish, Exomatic, I wish you could smell these. I'm telling you, kids would probably drink them. They smell like candies. Sometimes I open the bottles up. Oh man, they're so good. This one smells like banana candies, and this smells like orange popsicle creamsicles. Man, makes you want to use them. That's why I always do my car even when I don't have to. Crazy Canucks in the house, sweet car. Yeah, this is the body. I'll put it on. It had leaky shocks and we fixed those up. So now she's ready to rock and roll once again. Basher Boy, on your Grasshopper, do you think they still sell those back tires online? Yeah, I bought a pair. I took these off my Scorpion, and I bought an extra pair not long ago. I think try searching eBay. Maybe A Main Hobbies might have them. But these are nice as hell. If you get these and you get the adapter from Amp Pro and put them on, they're really good. They're nice. You're cheating on Leno. Dreamsicle. Honey Lulu, that's it. The orange one smells just like the Dreamsicle. I wish I could send you a little sample of this stuff. This stuff smells great. You know when you do your car, it's so nasty smelling, you don't want to do it. The wax is like nasty. The Jay Leno products, he makes them smell like candies and stuff. They're so nice. Basher Boy's wearing his Kyosho Beetle. I always wanted to get the Beetle. I like the bugs. That's why I got the bug on my YouTube channel. I always like the bugs when they make them off-road and stuff. You should be able to find the tires. If not, probably on eBay you'll be able to find them tires. They also make, Basher Boy, they make, these are the stock compound. They make another model number that are even stickier. They're softer, like also the front on here. I don't know if your Beetle came with the rubberier ones on the front, but the Scorpions, they're kind of like plasticky. They make a softer front one also. Wayne Keeler, yeah. Get it. Try it out. This on the RCs, this on the RCs, this on your real car. If you keep it clean and waxed once in a while and just wash it and do this real quick, it'll make your real car look shiny all the time. And they're not that expensive. The bottles are only $9.99 each, so it's not that bad. Model Nutty, yeah. The good old Beetles, they always tend to roll back on their wheels. That's an extra plus. They look cool and they work cool. Can't beat a bug. This thing's scuffed bad. Because it rolls like Model Nutty said, it's rounded. When it rolls, you get the scuffs around the whole top. The front RC Basher Boy says, yeah, my Kyosho Super Beetle, the front wheels has that plasticky feel and they were worn out on the second run. They make the softer compound for the front. You may want to look into getting a set of those. These are like, you can see, these are the original ones on the Scorpion. You could see them. Listen, they're basically like hard, almost plastic. I guess when you get the softer compound, you'll get some more steering because these really push and give you understeering. Honey Lulu wants a bug body on a rock slide. Probably could fit one. Bugs usually go on everything. The rock slide is the crawler, right? It's a 1/10 crawler. I'm not sure what that is. I think it is. You just gotta find one. They have the wheelbases all different. Proline makes some. There's a lot of people that make them. I'm pretty sure you could probably find a bug body to fit it because they're like popular. A lot of people like the bug bodies. Proline does make one for all different. They make them for the slashes and everything. Find a 1/8 scale bug body for the rock slide. Asher boy, thanks, Steve. You're welcome. Yeah, the bug bodies are popular for bashers, rock crawlers. A lot of people put them on there. So I have that car I showed you earlier. I'm going to do a test review on. I also got sent this little boat. I'll show you. Hold on a second, guys. They sent me this little boat here, this Pentium. So I already did the unboxing video for this, but I have to take it out to a pond and try it. It's a Pentium. It says JJRC, but the company is S-Gile. They sent me it to showcase on my channel. It's pretty cool looking. I actually have a boat that's just like this, but larger. That's brushless. It's like this big. This is a little smaller, and it's pretty cool. So I can't wait to try this. I hope I can find a spot without weeds. Try to open this thing up here. It's like a snap with a rubber seal. This is pretty neat. Inside it has, I think it's a 390 motor. It has a lot of pop. You could hear it. But that's what it looks like inside. I think it's going to work pretty good. I can't wait to test this one. It's like it snaps together and they have a latch on the back. And that's it. She's sealed up. This one, if you flip over, you just forward reverse it, it comes back up. Yeah, I have some boats, Honey Lulu. I don't really drive them that much because I used to run the brushless boats. I used to make and modify my own. The ponds, after like 5-6 years, they started getting more and more slime in them, the green algae on the top, the thick stuff. You can't really run them anymore. So I got that big airboat, the what the hell is it? The Aquacraft makes a big brushless one. Cajun Commander, I got that, and I have some videos of that. That one's nice because you could go right over it. If the weeds are like green slop, you could go right over it with the airboat. That's why I got it. It's like you could use it anytime. But with these props, you have to have no weeds or you're doomed. So I hope I find a nice open little spot to test this thing. Yeah, this might be a 370 motor. I don't know. It's the size like 2 something, the 380 or 390. I think it might be a 370 or a 280. Omega Yeti, boats are awesome looking to get my first brushes. Yeah, they're nice if you have water that's clear without the weeds, but if you got a lot of weeds, you get one of them brushless airboats. They're awesome. They go anywhere. Exo, you gotta love Dirty Jersey. Yeah, there's a lot of geese, and I think that's why there's so much weeds in the water now. Slime water. That one was super awesome. Yeah, that was awesome with the slime. That thing went over anything. But anyway, this is the one I'm going to be reviewing. I'll have the unbox on. It's pretty neat. You know what's cool about this boat too? They give you 2 battery packs with it for, I guess, usually everything gives you 1. This gives you 2. So that's nice. Model Nutty, I have old videos of airboats. I used to make my own out of, you know that pink foam or the blue one you get in Home Depot to fix stuff? I used to carve it out like an airboat hull, coat it with fiberglass and put the epoxy on it. And I used to build my own airboats. It was fun. My lake looks like a double dare stunt. Some of the places I used to go, because I like fishing, and I go to the spots I used to go fishing, and it's like sponge on the top, like, I mean, like this thick, a spongy green solid. You can't even see through the water. Like if you stick something in it and you pull it, you're gonna get a big clump of like sponge. Angelfish is in here. What's up? Yeah, Model Nutty, you can make them out of like you said, the kickboards and stuff. RC Basher, my lake is just sand, no water, and tumbleweeds rolling around the old western. Dried out, huh? I like the muddy ground. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember when I was young. When I was a youngin', the water was clean. Now it's like murky and all messed up. I don't know. Times changed. It's like it overgrows now and gets all scum on the top. It looks like split pea soup. Model Nutty made his whole motor unit steer instead of making a rudder on his airboats. That's cool. I never thought of that. It's either all the water, a lot of it looks like iced tea, split pea soup, you name it. No, but the boats are fun. I didn't use mine. Maybe if I could get this one, if I could find a spot that's open for this one, maybe I'll bring some of my other boats and run those. Because I have a few brushless ones I kept. I used to have more and sold them. But that big airboat is the awesome one. I like that thing, and it flies. It's fast. What do we got here? An hour and a half going on? That's cool. Not sure. They put a turtle dock. XOMAG, they put a turtle dock that float out in the lake by me. It used to be wild open. Yeah, and they used to run the fountains in the little ponds, and now they don't even run them anymore, so it makes it worse. RC Basher Boy, Shen, if you had to choose your fastest RC vehicle to race someone, which one would it be? Pick from your collection. My fastest one, if I had to race someone, I'm not too much of a speed demon anymore. I kind of like the slower stuff, but I still like the fast stuff. Everyone does. It's my fastest one is going to be the Raider brushless, the big 1/8 scale XL Raider, the Arma. That one goes 60 plus miles an hour, but I never tried it. I only ran it on 2S and it was fast as hell. So I said, I ain't even gonna run 3S in it. Drift-O-Matic says in New Jersey the lakes are frozen for 4 months. But when I moved to CA, California, there are virtually no freshwater lakes. Huh, that's strange. I used to go, well, I still do. I go fishing if the lake is like half frozen. I'll go fishing and you catch the pickerels in the middle of winter. It could be January. If it's not frozen all the way and it's like a little half open, you could catch fish in the middle of the winter. I have video of catching them, pulling them out, and I'm on the land with snow catching them. What kind of race is the question? Yeah, that is a good one. What kind of race is it? An on-road, an off-road? Now, I still think my Raider XL brushless is the fastest one I got. Angelfish is asking about the granite. Why is it so slow? Can you tell me some stuff about it? It's slow because it's kind of heavy for its size. It's built real heavy and strong. It's really strong and heavy, so it kind of slows it down. And because it's only got the brushed motor, it's kind of slow. Probably if you get like a 3000 kV or a 3300 kV brushless system, it'll probably get a lot faster. Just a race. Basher Boy saying just a race on a paved road. Yeah, we have some roads here, but they're always rough. But still, the Raider is the fastest thing I got. On the 3S, they say 60 plus, so that's pretty quick. Drift-O-Matic saying They did ice fishing with huts on the lake. Yeah, I never did that where I drilled a hole. I always think of trying it. It's probably cold. You probably freeze standing on the ice. Ice fishing probably is fun because you can go right over the top of them. Model Nutty says he's got a scratch-built dragster for the street race. I guess the Raider XL would be my dragster because that thing's the fastest thing I own at the 60 plus miles an hour. That's pretty quick. Masher Boy, Model Nutty on a paved road. I would use my Vatera Glamisphere even though it's a sand buggy. That baby is heavily modified. Driftomatic says 35 to 36 kV is the sweet spot for a granite. Don't fit anything like a 5700. Yeah, you get them high kV ones because those granites are kind of heavy. That's why I said like a 3300 kV. It'd probably pull it really nice. Probably be a nice kV rating to go with it also. You go with them high kV ones, and that thing weighs pretty much for what the size of the truck it is. They're like really solid. You know you have one. They're like real heavy. That 5700 kV will probably burn up. I think the only thing they changed on the brushless version of those is the pinion gear and the diff. It has a metal shaft on it now. And I think they put an aluminum motor plate, but you really don't need that. You probably just have to replace them two pinions for the differentials, and you'll be set to put any brushless in it. So anyone have anything else they want to ask or talk about? Been on here for what now? An hour and 33 minutes. Beauty. Don't worry, guys. When I leave, I'll give you the good old beauty. TRX4 Sport is awesome. I just put my mirrors on it and polished it up with some of the J's the other day. But I got a lot of stuff to take and test now in the Doomsday, the buggies, the Grasshopper, this boat, the other thing I'm reviewing. I'm going nuts now. Drifter Man, rear input was the weak point. I get it. Yeah, they made it plastic, so eventually it's gonna tweak. So it's good that they upgraded it. Take care, Drifter Maniacs. Thanks for stopping in. Do you like the granite? Angel Fist is asking if I like the granite. Are you talking about the granite 4x4, this one here? Because that's the one I have. I don't know if you're talking about the two-wheel drive. I like my granite 4x4. It's awesome. Take care, Honey Lulu. Thanks for stopping in. Angelfish, I like the 4x4. It's awesome. I think it's a good truck because Traxxas just came out with their to compete with their core truck version, their what is a slash 4x4, and they made it brushed now, but it's like $319, where the Arma Senton 4x4 is only $219. So to me, the Arma's a way better deal than the Traxxas one. So I say Arma's much better. I like mine. It's awesome. I like the truck. I went through the snow. Look at my videos. I took it in the mountain. I beat the living crap out of that granite. I didn't have no problems with it. Driver stand. I'm gonna have some more videos of that new truck I'm reviewing, and I was telling the guys I literally beat the living crap out of this green truck they sent me. I'm gonna have to put a warning on the video, do not do this, because I really pushed it and it didn't break, and it's actually a nice truck. This one here, this GP Toys truck. This here GP Toys 112 scale. I beat this thing took a beating, a bashing, and it surprised me. I didn't think it was going to be this good out of the box. I thought it was going to be slow and stuff, but it's quick. It's pretty nice. You got to see my video. I'm going to have the unboxing video up probably tomorrow, and then later on I have to make the video. I got to put it together of the bash, but I bashed it too much for what it is. It's basically like a rally car. It's kind of like an on-road with a little suspension, and you really should use it like on road and like a little bit of off-roading, not heavy crazy. But I took it. You'll see the video. Let me just say, you'll see it. When you see it, you'll be amazed that it survived. Actually, my Glamis has a 40. Robinson Racing is quality. Yeah, Robinson Racing's awesome, their stuff. You get the pinion gears for your Tamiya cars too, the Robinson Racing makes. Driver stand, yeah. I have to agree with you that on that note with the Traxxas cars, you will be able to have them forever. They never stop making them. That's what's nice about Traxxas. Geez, if I would have kept my original Stampede, I think when were they out? In the 90s? And I could still get parts. They're still out. Angelfish, you're welcome. But like I said, I like the Arma. It's awesome. Check out my older videos of it running in the mountain. I beat on it. I ran it through snow. Everything. It's a nice truck. Yeah, so it was like 1990 when they came out, or 89. I don't know. Exomatic, I never had any issues with Traxxas. They're good. Just that I'm saying for the price that they lowered their slash 4x4 to compete with the Arma Senton Mega 4x4. It's like ridiculous because the Traxxas one is like what is it, $319, and the other Arma one's only $219. It's like an extra $100, and for an extra $100, you're not getting nothing extra on the Traxxas. RC Basher Boy, I'm curious, Shen, do you own anything lossy? I did own a lot of lossy stuff. Let me think. I don't know if I got anything anymore. I'm not sure. I have so much stuff. I don't think I do have a lossy anymore. I'm not sure. But I used to always have lossies. Yeah, the Traxxas are strong. I'll give them that. I think Traxxas purposely beats the crap out of them, and if something breaks, they kind of fix it and make it stronger. Whereas other companies don't put as much time into checking what breaks. They'll make a truck, and it could have a weak spot, and Traxxas kind of R&Ds their stuff more, so it's a little better that way. That's why when Traxxas comes out and there's a little part that's faulty, everyone's like, oh, because they never really have a lot of problems. Exomatic says he likes Axle stuff, but in the he ends up upgrading everything. Yeah, I see that. Well, that Vanquish, you can't really upgrade anything on it. It's kind of like full bore upgraded almost, right? Yeah, Driver 86. Lossy, when I used to have them a lot, was when they were like a pure racing company, and then they switched over and they made like different kinds of stuff. I own the Traxxas Mini. You ever slash and stamp paid just servos? Yeah, the servos kind of can stink on them, but they're easy to upgrade. That's my RC's in the house. Hit that thumbs up and help a brother out. Beauty. This one here is the Mad Bug by Kyosho. I had leaky front shocks when I looked at it on the shelf. My A-arms were soaked with the oil, so I took them apart, refilled them, and I put Teflon tape on the threads and put them back in. And let me check them again. I don't see no leakage. They still look like they're sealed from the Teflon job, so hopefully it'll work. Traxxas servo. Yeah, the Traxxas servos are kind of weak. They could improve them. Them cheap $20 ones you get off eBay are nicer. Power HD servos. They're not that expensive, and that's the next servo I'm gonna buy for one of my trucks if it breaks. One of them Power HD ones, because everyone says they're really good. And I think they're like $24 or $20. That's my RC. Hold up, I'll be back. Yeah, the servos are funny. You could buy ones and they could be crappy, but you could get some other ones for like $20, like them HD Power HD ones and stuff, and they're really strong. Filthy RC never had Traxxas when I was a racer. Ray Ronig, no. Traxxas did bring Ray Ronig to the mainstream, but I still like my kits. Yeah, my favorite company of all time I love is Tamiya and Associated was like the best to me. I loved Associated. Basher Boy, anything you buy today from Lossy Horizon I will totally agree. They went cheap on everything, especially on electronics parts. Where, yeah, they're not the same. Driver 86 thing. ECX is just rebranded HSP stuff. Yeah, a lot of that ECX is kind of not even. They're like clones from other companies, like that little mini barrage is like that one I got, the RGT, and then that other company. What the hell is it called that makes it? I forgot the name, but they're different companies, and ECX just puts their names on it. Yeah, Lossy still makes the high end stuff is real good. Filthy cars, ECX. Some of their stuff is made by other companies. I know that. Well, the portal axles for the Gen 7 failed. People are breaking the top gear on it because it looked so thin, like where the pin went through in the portal. The teeth were ground down so deep they were like right almost no wall. So they were busting apart. So Red Cat's upgrading the portal axle gears. Basher Boy says the Lossy 22 and other racing platforms are good. Yeah, some of their monster trucks, the big ones and stuff, and the gas ones are awesome too. You're right, Exomatic. It is a fad, but I think that's what's going to be the future for the four-wheel drive crawlers and stuff. Everyone's going to be probably after a while, you won't even be able to get solid axles anymore. A lot of companies a lot of companies now, even Team Associated, did it with that new rock crawler, the 1/12 scale one they came out with. That's the Thunder Tiger one, and I think the Thunder Tiger copied it from someone else. It's from someone else. They all put their names on them and sell them, but they didn't make them. JD Passel's waiting for a four-wheel drive Traxxas buggy. I think on RC Universe, Jang used to convert some Traxxas to the buggy, like a 1/8 scale four-wheel drive. I forgot what it was called. He had a name for it. If any of you guys remember it. Driver 86. Yeah, but they're basically, it's like the same thing. They just tweak a little bit of stuff on them, and they're made from the same factory, and they just put their names on them. Oh, we got Steve O.D. in the house. Finally. Beauty. I found out a new Jay's product. I use this on the Camaro. I was telling the guys, this Echo Wash. It works nice on the bodies because it's a wash without water you use. It takes the dirt off and stuff, and it leaves a carnauba. and it smells like banana candies, the boot. Oh no, more J's. Beauty. Once you use J's, you start getting all the products. That's funny. A super snake. Speaking of brands, Vatera is or was a good brand. I really wish they would bring back the Vatera Glamis. I like my twin hammers. Holy crow, 2 hours? I always say, oh, I gotta, when I go live, maybe only go like an hour, but I only did that one time. You start talking about stuff and then you, oh, these guys are talking, and you keep going on and on and on. Yeah, Model Nutty has a cheap Twin Hammers knockoff. Yeah, I read online the parts have the same markings and they're probably come out of the same factory. Steve, yeah, yo, he's like, oh, I'm gonna go on for like 40 minutes tops, maybe an hour. Then you come on and you're at 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. What the hell? See, I was thinking I was gonna fix these shocks here because they were leaking all the oil out and I had to take them off. You missed it, you'll have to look back. And I put Teflon tape and put them all back together and they're not leaking anymore. I refilled them with oil. And I also, Steve, I tested the RPM. Remember, I put the 20-turn motor in this one, and then my other hopper has the stock motor. I tested the RPM. You see the sticker on the wheel? I tested the RPM, and it got close to 600 more RPM from the 20-turn motor. So if you want to see that, you'll have to look at the beginning of it again. Oh, and Steve, I remember you were talking about putting the Traxxas 550 type motors in your Grasshopper. I don't think you could because they come out so far they may hit the body on the side. When you put the 550 motors, they come out so far, I think they might scrape the body. So you're gonna have to try that. If you need a stock Tamiya motor, I got a whole crap load of them. I could send you one. I may even have the pinion gear for this. I'm pretty sure I do, so you don't have to use that spacer with the little 10 tooth one they have on that 380 motor. Just let me know. If your motor doesn't fit, then I could probably send you one because I have a whole crap load of them here. This rig is the Kyosho Mad Bug. I'll show you it because I know you're going to want to see the inside anyhow. Exomatic, I used the 12 turn. Yeah, but is yours the small brushless one, not the full size 12 turn like the 550 Titan one, that long can? Oh, look at this, guys. Wait a minute before I show you this, Steve. Watch this. Beauty. Yeah, this is the Mad Bug, Steve. The Kyosho. That's what it looks like. Beauty. Do you think that Grasshopper is fun enough to spend 100 plus on hop-ups? Driver 86. I leave mine mostly stock and I tweak them a little bit. And if I want it a little faster, I'll put a cheap $11 20-turn motor in it, and that's it. And they ain't gonna work like the new buggies, but I'll tell you one thing: when you take them out and you run them, they always put a smile on your face. They're fun as hell to run, the old stuff. Grasshopper is a bug. I know the wheels. The wheels look good on it, right? On the bug. That is why I'm using different bodies. Better idea. I think Parma makes a different body for the Grasshopper, or some other brand makes a Lexan body. It's a different shape than the Grasshopper. Steve, what, like these? So I could look up, I should be looking at stuff with these on close. I could see much better, but I don't put them on. Can't see good up close when you get old. Look like Grandpa Shen. Steve OG getting old. Steve OG. Steve OG. The UDR, the big one. Traxxas UDR, Basher boy. When you get old, you can't see up close. That's why some of my live feeds, I get to grab something. Like one of the last time I was in my live feed and I had this controller thing for adjusting my brushless system live. I pulled it out of the bag and I was like, trying to look at this little ass writing on there, and I didn't have the glasses. I was like, oh shit, what does it say? And I'm like struggling. You guys probably see me pulling it like 2 foot away. Oh, it's the drag brake. Should have ate more carrots. My eyes would have lasted longer. Driver 86 says he's the opposite. He's 42 and needs to take the glasses off to see up close. I guess everyone's eyes are different. They drugged up Steve for his new glasses. He's still wheezy. That's why he was sleeping. Brad Coleman's asking, Shen, where do you get waterproof stuff? What are you talking about? The Corrosion X, I use that on, like, you could spray that right on your electronics and it'll make your stuff be able to go underwater. Or you could use the conformal lacquer coating. I have videos on both. You could find it on eBay, the conformal coating. It's like a clear liquid. And you take out your ESC or something, you want to coat it, you just coat it with a coat, and it dries really fast. And if you want, you can coat it again. You put it back in the box, it'll be waterproof because it's coated It's coated like in plastic now. Or you could just get like this ain't it, but it comes in a bottle. It's Corrosion X. You get the spray tube and just spray it in the ESC, and it goes on all the board. And you leave it in there, and then after a while you tip it over and let it drain out, and that'll make it waterproof. Also, you could go in water and stuff. So you could use Corrosion X spray or the lacquer coating. Now I probably missed 100 comments here. Where was I? Steve O.D. Now Steve got the X-ray vision. Yeah, Basher boy, once you hit like 40, 43, 45, then your eyes get messed up. Yeah, Driver 86, that's what I do. I get the Fly Sky receivers, I just spray it right in a hole in on it, or you could take them apart and spray it in a cup and then dip it in it, then pull the receiver board out and just let it drip off and then put it back together. That's my RC. I got this one in for a review. I just did the unboxing. I got to take it out for the test run. I got this sent in for a review from S-Gile, it's called. I also got that GP Toys, this one here, for a review. I did the unboxing on this. The 4-wheel drive, it actually is really good. It surprised me, and I beat the living crap out of it in my run video. That I'm gonna put this up Monday, the unboxing, but the run video probably Friday. I beat on this so bad, I feel bad, but it survived everything. It's awesome. Happy birthday, Steve-O. Damn, you guys are young. I'm old. 10 years older than Exomatic. I'm old grandpa. Grandpa. Lucky Basher boy. I like the look of that truck. You need to give that to me as a used RC review. Yeah, if I start getting all these things, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Model Nutty, you're going to be, when you see what I did to it, you're going to be like with your jaw. You're going to be like hanging, oh my God. Because you know how a lot of guys just do the review and they just ride it on the street with a hat cam? Not me. I beat the crap out of that thing. Worse than I do with any of mine. Well, it's a test. I wanted to see how good it was. Axomatics and male porn stuff. Steve, that's funny. Oh, God. I found the RPM bumper for the two-wheel drive Slash. That's funny. I don't know, guys. I think Steve with them glasses, he's getting even crazier than before. Steve, I did the unboxing for it, and now I just gotta find, because I usually used to run my boats a lot, and I don't really anymore because the pond's got a lot of scum on them. So I gotta go out and find a little open spot to run it. So I gotta go check some of these ponds. But I'm gonna do it. But I gotta do the unboxing video and everything first on it. Excuse me, guys. Do you have I don't know what he's saying. Brad Coleman is asking, do you have, I don't know what that is. You have all the Tamiya kits. Driver 86 said that boat was tiny. Usually the fast stuff is that. Well, it's probably going to be pretty fast for its size for being a brush boat. I have one that's a little bigger than this. That's brushless and a little thing. If you look at my videos and search Offshore Warrior, I have a little boat. It's a little bigger than this and brushless, and the thing flies. So it doesn't have to be real big. I have it's like 17 inches or something. It's a little bigger than this. That thing flies. Yeah, what the heck is an Axiomatic? What is Axiomatic? Where did you get that from? If you guys want to know where I got Shen Lanco or Shen RC, I'll let you know. Brad Commons at Common is asking, sorry, do you have all RC kits? No, I get ready to runs. The Tamiyas are mostly all kits I got, and maybe like ECX and stuff. But I have a lot of ready to run ones also I bought. Oops. Yeah, that's nice, ain't it? I painted some nice lights on the back there because I only had it solid black last time I had it live, or I did my video, so I figured I'd do something about it. Now it looks pretty mean. Might as well leave it showing since it is a beauty. Driver 86 is asking me what Shen is about. All right, I'll let you guys know, but let me look at these comments first before I release what I have to say about why it's Shen. I mean, self-aware or has been using it around for over 50 years. Oh, so that's what it is for Axiomatic. That Basher Boy says it reminds him of a transmission. I'm thinking the same thing. I was thinking of like a 350 automatic trans, like in my Camaro or something. Shen sounds Chinese, but I'm going to tell you what it means. All right, I'll let you know what I came up with the word Shen RC. It's really, if you look at my homepage, and before I switched it short to Shen RC, it used to be Shenlanko RC. And why I called it that is because I had a boxer when I was younger, my own dog. I think it was in 1990 I got him. And he died in he lived to almost 13. And his name was Yanto. And that dog knew over 100 something tricks. He was smart as hell. I taught him everything. He used to jump barrels, find stuff with his nose, wear all costumes, walk him with sunglasses with a spike collar. He was the best dog ever. And I used to nickname him. I used to call him the Shenlanko one. So I used to call him Shenlanko one. I came up with some funny nickname. I used to call him Shenlanko one, like that. And he used to be all happy coming at me. Yeah. So the name Shenlanko is for my only dog I ever owned, the best dog in the world, Yanto, the boxer I owned. That's his nickname, so that's what I chose for my YouTube, is Shenlanko. So there you have it. The nickname of my dog I own. Brad Coleman's at, yeah, they should make more kits to build. They're fun to build. They're as much fun to build as to run them. That's my RC. That's my RC. It means that's my RC. Yeah. Steve-O, you don't know how much I love that dog. He was the best dog ever. Boxer, show quality, 80. He was like 80 pounds and he was solid muscle. I used to bring him in the mountain. When I used to mountain ride bike, he used to follow me for like 13 miles. It's funny, I used to have to give him the water bottle and I couldn't hardly drink any. It was fun times. Turbo. Steve had a dog called Turbo. My brother used to breed show quality boxers. He had them all the time. I got one when I was younger, when I was 19, and then after that, he got one. He started breeding them, and he had show boxers, like from the best ones in the world, the best breeder, and they were awesome. He has like videos on his channel. That's my RC's asking if I'm going to go portal on the Red Cat. Actually, the portals are breaking them right now. The guys, some guys said the top gears are exploding, so Red Cat's fixing the problem. They're making the gear stronger. But I don't know. I think I might just leave it because I did so much to it. It's working pretty damn good. And I already got the TRX4 with the portal axle, so what's the point of having two trucks with the same axles? I think I might leave it. But you never know. I might never know. I might do it. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Wayne Keeler, we have a Jack Russell. My sister just got two Boston Terriers. They're like one now. The one's like 4 months old, and the other one's 6 months. I almost was gonna go live with them one time. If you guys seen these two, they're so cute. You'd be like, oh, they're so awesome. The little Boston Terriers. Yeah, the dogs are nice, but when they get old and they die, it's such a heartbreak. I never got another one because of it. I got like traumatized because I taught mine so much stuff. He was so smart. He knew like over 100 something tricks and stuff that when he passed away, I was so traumatized. I didn't even get another one. But I'm lucky my brother bred the boxers, and we always had a lot of dogs around. Brad Kelman, what's your favorite Tamiya kit? The kit or just for to build the kit? My favorite Tamiya is because I had it when I was younger is the Hornet and the Super Hot Shot. The Super Shot were my favorite. And the Lunchbox. Cloudbuster's nice too. I'm not gonna lie. Steve had the right idea. How's the name go? We make up one for you or go with your own? Tavaya Avante's nice. Egress is nice. They're all mostly nice. Honey Lulu, they asked Exomatic why he called his screen name, what it means. And then I explained what my screen name means. And I let them know that my screen name's really Shen Lanko, but I switched it to Shen RC for short because everyone that I ever dealt with when they asked about or online when they mentioned me, Shen Lanko, they couldn't even say it. So I switched it to Shen RC, and I told these guys I named my channel Shen RC because it was my only dog I owned. I owned a show boxer, and I used to. His name was Yanto, and I used to nickname him Shenlanko. Shenlanko one. I used to say, and he used to come all happy. And he was really smart, and he knew over 100 something tricks I taught him. So I called my channel name after my beauty boxer, Beauty Yanto. The Falcon. I never had a Falcon, but I built one for a friend. If I recall, the front used to crack off, or the A-arms always broke on the front of the Falcon. Fast Car, what's up? Hey, Steve-O, don't bash them Radio Shack cars. I had some of them. That Porsche 911 or whatever, the Martini Racing one I had, that thing was quick. It was a direct drive with like a pan car. Had one gear with a diff with a pinion on it. That was the fastest Radio Shack car ever. Yep, Shen RC for short, because we all know no one could say Shen Lanko. Oh, and the people would ask me when I'm riding the RC cars, I got a YouTube channel. Yeah? What is it? It's Shen Longo. They were like, what? That's my RC. Yeah, them kits back in the day, they costed more than now to put together. It was, especially when some of the guys would mention my YouTube channel on their channel and they'd say it and they couldn't even say it and it was all wrong. I was like, oh my God, this, I have to change this. I'm trying to look at these comments here now. The Sears cars are much better than the Radio Shack ones. I had this Porsche from Radio Shack, the Martini one, and it was built like a pan car. It had the motor with the pinion gear, with the one gear with the diff in it, with the straight axle. That was the fastest Radio Shack car ever. I think it might have been faster than a Hornet out of the box, like when you build it. Brandon Timberland's first was the Midnight Pumpkin. My first was the Hornet was the first ever one I built, the Tamiyas. Space Invaders. Asteroids. Who could forget asteroids? Pac-Man and asteroids, the video games they had back in the day. Galaxy. Or remember the Atari when they had the tennis and it was like they had two bars going up like this and you had to hit the ball and it was like bloop, 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 bloop. It was so bad. They couldn't even make a figure of a person back then. Pitfall, that was awesome. I don't know what the hell Pong is. What is that? Some video game? Or you're talking ping pong? And then Atari had, remember, Atari had the combat one where it was like a maze with two tanks and you had to go through it and shoot. Oh yeah, the Pong. I call it tennis. I guess they Pong the same thing. ColecoVision. Gradius. I used to love that game. The Neo Geo. I remember that. My cousin always, oh, the Neo Geo. It's good. The Turbo Graphics. Remember that? And the best game on it was the Splatterhouse. That was the best game ever. Splatterhouse on the Turbo Graphics. Yeah, the Neo Geo was the dream console. Splatterhouse was awesome. You could still play it today and it's good. Rad Racer, I remember that. Kung Fu. My cousin was so good at video games, he used to beat Ghosts and Goblins with one guy. Or Ghosts and Ghouls or whatever it is, Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah, the original Zelda was the best. When you open the chest. Yeah, Splatterhouse. That was a good game. Oh yeah, the Underworld. Zelda with the. I remember the original Zelda trying to get through those Namo woods on the maze. Yeah. The older games, like when they had the original Zelda and stuff, they were much harder to get through than the newer games. Are kind of like they make them look so real that they ain't as tricky to get through, I don't think. Double Dragon. Kung Fu on Nintendo, I remember that. Spy Hunter. Yeah, the Exciter Bike. I used to love that. Oh, them old games bring back memories. Once the original Nintendo came out, all them other games kind of stunk. Them old ones were so crappy. The Ataris and all them. You know what games I used to like to play? They're always awesome. Is the Castlevania series. These guys ever play the Castlevania ones, the original ones, and they made 1, 2, 3, and it was awesome. Those were good games. What about Mega Man? The original Mega Man, we used to get to the end, we could never beat him. And one time I said to my cousin, "Oh, let me pause the pause button so you could hit him like in slow motion." And it happened to be you had to pause it and hit him at the same time to take his power down. If you didn't do that, you couldn't beat them. Drac baby. Dracula. And the hunchbacks. Alex Kid in Wonderland. Remember the Sega? Them old games were fun. They don't make them like that no more. It's like we're getting lightning here again. Golden Axe. That was awesome. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night here. I've been on here for like an hour and a half now. Altered Beast. Welcome to your doom. Yeah, guys, I appreciate you all stopping in. It's fun as always. If anyone wants to look back, I have the RPM readout for the different motors in the Tamiya Grasshopper, and then I fixed this shocks. And they're still not leaking, so that's a good sign. Hopefully they sealed up. All right, guys, I appreciate you coming, watching me play around and fix and wrench on some of my cars and talking some RC, and we always get into talking about some other kinds of stuff, neat stuff. But like I said, 2.5 hours. My time has come. So we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks, and I appreciate all the support. It helps my channel out, and I'll have to give you beauty. See you later, guys. Take care and good night.